Stop it. I know we're not laughing today.
There's nothing to
There's nothing to laugh about. No, there's always something.
Nothing to-
Come on, we had a laughter yesterday evening with Koyi.
Oh yeah.
And his stickers, his live stickers. But how are you? I'm Mary, and this is SMT.
Yeah.
This is SMT number 11 or 12?
I don't know.
I think it's 12.
12.
I think it's 12. So I'm Mary, and I'm Frances' mum.
And I'm Francie, and I'm Mary's daughter.
Yeah! Oh, you okay?
Yeah.
You need a napkin?
No, it's okay.
Right?
Yes.
Good. Well, and so we are here with the SMT after 2 weeks.
Exactly.
I missed it.
Me too.
Today when
I need it.
Today when I was writing down the things that I wanted to say, I was thinking, come on, God, I missed it. Good. So what did you learn this week? Because it's been 2 weeks, so I don't know. So what have you learned in the last days, let's say?
So it was hard to find something because it was more mind-blowing than
Okay.
it's not something like the last things I've been saying, like
Statistics or
exactly.
data.
So it's something, let's say, that I tried to apply
Okay.
to my life.
But you learned
Yes.
maybe how to apply.
Yeah. And remember at the beginning of the week when we had that conversation with Dad on the table, at the table, and he said that it's always important to ask yourself why you do things.
Yeah, of course.
No, it's just that let's say I try to be more conscious of that.
Why you do certain things.
Yes,
Mhm.
and because that's what kind of, for example, in our everyday life kills monotony,
Of course.
which is something that is
Because
killing
of course.
us.
But because we normally do things that are monotonous and we never ask ourselves
Exactly.
why are we doing them.
Monotony is always going to be there,
Of course, it's
in
part
our
of
way or
yes,
another.
yes.
But yeah.
Yeah, of course. And is there anything in particular that you asked yourself this week? Why am I doing this?
No,
Why
why
am I attending school?
Yes.
Like every single day?
Yeah, certain lessons, it's like that.
Of course.
No, nothing in particular. So because I was afraid, to. I thought the moment he said that, I thought maybe I'm doing so many things and not even asking why I'm doing this. But no.
No, good. So that's a good sign.
Yeah.
That means that you're doing lots of things out of school, which is the one thing that probably you're not that happy about. That you don't need to ask yourself why you're doing them because you love doing them. Brilliant.
I mean, there was one stupid time. Like yesterday, I had breakfast and I wasn't even hungry.
You told me that after.
Yes. And I didn't know why I had breakfast just because I like having breakfast.
You didn't want to miss out. Like social media, I need to be on Instagram and then I need to have breakfast. Good. Yeah, that's good.
Yes. No.
Good.
You tell me.
What did I learn? I don't know. There were lots of things for me the same, like in between mind blowing and learning, and it's been 2 weeks as well, and so I don't know. But one thing in particular that I really went through a couple of times this week because I used it with my students and so on is. I don't know if Dario has ever told you about this study of Harvard. Did he? I don't know. He passed me this video a couple of weeks ago, and then finally this week I managed to watch it. And it's a study by Harvard University, but it's the longest adult development study in history. So Harvard has been studying the lives of 724 adults in America that come from different walks of life, like politicians, engineers, bricklayers, workers, nurses, doctors. Some people have dropped out, some people have entered the study, and so on. And like 5 years ago, they came out with a couple of findings, and the study, what they wanted to research was what is it that throughout life keeps people healthy and happy.
Yes, we talked about it.
Yes, we did.
Well,
probably in a different context,
yes,
because
exactly.
the study, I watched that video this week, okay? But of course, it's a topic that everybody speaks about all the time. But again, this is a study, okay? And of course, they've gone through the lives of these people in all of the aspects, like health, families, work, family life. They interviewed their wives, their children, they scanned them, they had a look at the medical reports and everything. And the finding is, after thousands and thousands of papers that the professor from Harvard says, the one thing that keeps people healthy and happy.
Want me to make the music?
Yeah, please. Drums, we need the drums. Relationships. Good relationships. And of course, this is a week in which I've thought about many relationships. And so, but you know what I was thinking is, it's so true. Because this year of the pandemic has been a wonderful year for me in terms of relationships. It's a year in which I had...
Wow.
Yes, I had reinforced the 5 or 6 relationships that I really care about. And so, but like I dedicated time. I spend 1 hour a week with my friend Eugenie. I spend 1 hour a week with my friend Laura. I go for walks with my friend Monica. I have spent so many lunches and dinners with you, but talks at the table. I see my family on Zoom every week, and these are things that I hadn't done for many years, and I feel much happier. I don't know, healthier, okay? I don't know, but definitely happier, definitely.
Maybe
and
the healthy part is something that you see long term.
Yes,
you know,
yes, of course, and that probably that's a statistic that you pay attention more when you're a little bit older. But I don't know. Yes.
Nice, yes.
Good. What blew my mind? Should I answer? I'll try to be short, but I have so much to say. So I told you yesterday, but it's who blew my mind. It's Geula Annaruto-Nenni, okay? She's a woman, of course, she's Italian and she's Jewish Orthodox. She lives in Milan. I had never heard of her. I always have my wonderful student, Daniele. I will mention him. He doesn't know about SMT, but he gives me so many fantastic inputs and resources to have a look at and so on. I'm always fascinated by the Jewish culture, so I like it. But I tell you what really fascinated. I listened to an interview yesterday when I went out for a walk, and what struck me was I felt so much spirituality in her. She's young, she's got 7 kids, she studied at Bocconi, she was a professor at Bocconi, and I think she's 40 years old because she's got 7 kids. She married at 19, had the first child at 20. She's an Orthodox, she practiced the religion, she loves her.
But she comes from...
I don't know what is her background, because I tried to, I come on, I tried to search for some information, but the only thing that I found was that she lives in Milan, she's an Orthodox and so on, and she practices, of course, her religion. She has become a little bit mediatic because she wants to pass these, she wants people to know about the reality of Orthodox people in the world, because of course last year there were all these TV series on Netflix and they were super criticized and lots of questions raised, and but again what really caught my attention and I don't know, blew my mind was the fact that first of all she's a loving person, a person who puts love on top top of the mountain and top value, and then she's so spiritual when she speaks, she's certain, no doubts. And how many people do we know that way? How many women do we know that way? And then we spend so much time criticizing the weak and the orthodoxy of these people and how many things they do not do and they do. And it's ridiculous. At the end of the day, she's so solid. This is what matters.
But that's great.
Yes.
What does she do for a living?
Now she's a mother, and she has become. She has written 2 books. She's got a blog. She has a couple of interviews on the internet. I think she has become a little bit of a mediatic person to transmit Judaism. Yes. I don't know. That's it. Good. What blew your mind?
Well, you know, we had the philosophy with Leslie on Wednesday.
Yes.
And the question was, just blew my mind, was, do plants and animals have moral rights?
Fantastic. I know. I know.
I mean, it's so...
I know. Well, it's a question that, first thing, you had never asked yourself.
Exactly.
Of course.
Have you?
No.
It's great.
Maybe I heard it, but because I'm a teacher, maybe I heard it like that, but never asked myself about it. And so?
And so, it blew my mind, first of all, because I thought, how is it possible that we keep on kind of not pretending, but keep saying like, oh, the world is a shit and we have to take care of
the environment. Yes, be more.
But at the end, we are not doing
a
lot.
Of course. We are not doing anything.
We have to buy those glass bottles.
Yes.
No, just starting with
Of course.
Like, come on.
Of course.
Instead
whatever we do,
one.
listen to this. Whatever we're doing, it's because we're obliged to, like recycle.
Exactly.
If we do not recycle, then we get penalized. But we're not taking. I know. It's terrible. It's terrible. Yes.
So it was just that, and then. The video was saying, because it was a video explaining this, and then the man was saying, in some years, of course, we think we'll have machines that will build like artificial plants, for example.
Yes.
Does this mean we still have to care? Does this mean that still the plants that we have now have moral rights? Of course, I think.
Absolutely. Of course, me too.
And even the plants that we will create, we will have moral rights.
If they enter the category of plants. Of course. Yes. Interesting.
Yeah.
Questions that we never make ourselves. So nice. Mm-hmm. Good. So how did you have to push yourself this week?
No, I'm gonna say.
Of course. You're gonna say something superficial.
Yeah.
Of course.
No.
Of course. I'm gonna go deeper, so don't worry. I'm gonna go like right there.
Not something superficial because it was still very hard, and it was my driving license test.
Of course.
Come on. I'm like, I hate now. I hate like street signs.
Yeah.
No, it was hard. I can't even tell you how many like simulations.
Yeah, of course. Mock tests.
Mock tests, exactly. I was gonna say
Mock
that.
tests.
It was hard, but I'm super happy. Yeah, and on the other side, like just to see the positive thing about it, was that I kind of had like a distraction,
Yeah,
like something to do and a due to respect.
Yes, a delivery, delivery date. You had a deadline.
A deadline, exactly. Sorry, a deadline.
Yes, of course. But it is so true that when we push ourselves towards something concrete that has a conclusion, that has a date, that has an objective, a purpose, whatever, then it's so satisfying afterwards.
Exactly. And it's easier to work on it. Like for example, yesterday a friend was telling me, we don't have online lessons. I'm not attending the preparatory school. I'm studying alone. And that's really hard
of
because
course.
you don't have someone telling you what to do.
True. Of course. You need to be very self-disciplined.
Exactly.
Very. And
I don't even have a test.
Most people are not. I don't know, because it's very hard. That's it. Nice. Now, what I had to push myself with, I think the word is relationships, because I gave it a lot of thought this week. I gave it a lot of thoughts. But it's all the relationships. It's the good ones, and of course it's the bad ones. And it's also those ones that are under question, okay? And 2 or 3 concepts. So, one of the most beautiful relationships that I thought about was the one with my brother Marcelo, whose birthday would have been today, okay? And so, come on. That's an untouchable relationship that I've had in my life. And I think it's the relationship that serves me as a model of pure love and reciprocity, which is the thing that is so difficult. Because if it's not natural, it was natural. That was my gift in life, okay? Because with him, it was natural. We were meant to be together for 40 years on this earth. And that was our gift. I have nothing to say about that. But with all the other people, we need to gain and work on reciprocity. And I don't know, it doesn't always happen. Then relationships with a lot of things that are connected with Marce, but I don't want to go into details because then it takes a lot of time. And then the other thing that I thought of is all the questions that are a little bit under, all the relationships that are under question, and I don't know, the people that sometimes we have such good feelings with, and it blew my mind, and I gave it also a lot of thought to this. It's crazy how brutality in people, and sometimes, I told you this yesterday, puts out love. And because for 2 days I was thinking, come on, brutal people, and you need just one action. And I was thinking, that action kills love. But I don't know, I don't want to say it really kills love. I don't want to say, because love should always be the strongest force on earth.
No matter what.
And come on. And we need to learn to forgive. I was also thinking about that. We also needed to learn to forgive. So when you feel that a relationship has been broken or something, come on, there's no comeback to someone or about something, then I don't know.
If you are not interested in not changing the other person, but like the moment you give that promise of kind of love, you have to know that there will be good things and bad things. And if you don't want to face the bad things, then it's not love.
Exactly. Yeah. But this is such an important moment also to concentrate on good relationships. And but for everybody, and no matter what the relationship is, but if we do care minimally about one person, that person deserves respect, attention, sincerity, honesty, everything. Okay, so that's what I meant brutality, because sometimes people are brutal. They are careless. They are insensitive. They are insensitive. Everything. No common sense. No. And so I gave it a thought. This was a way for me to think about that. Question for you. So, you passed your theoretical test, driving test, and the question is, if it wasn't me who is going to teach you how to drive, because I know it's going to be me. I know it's going to be me. I'm going to teach you how to drive. But who would you choose? I was thinking, come on, I wanted light and laughter. So who could you choose? I know. I knew. Yes. So I knew.
Very creative. Yeah, very creative.
Yes, right. I know. Creative.
Well, I have one name that just came to
Yes.
mind. But wait, I want to think of another.
Well, you can take. I will do like 10. I will count to 10 and you think in silence. So we can take this moment. And then come on. I will with fingers in silence.
I think I'm just going to say the phrase.
Okay. But take 10 seconds.
Okay. Your dad.
That of course.
Yes.
Of course.
My grandpa.
Yes, absolutely.
But you know, all the friends I talk to, and when they tell me like that they were learning to drive with their dads, because I'm the only one who learns with the mom. Well, the ones they always say like, oh, he gets so nervous.
Of course, but that's the reason why you don't learn with your dad.
Also because he can't really drive.
No, poor Dario. He can drive. He hates driving.
So he would get, oh my god, I don't even want to imagine that.
He looks so much like his dad, you know.
Yes,
my father.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Best
you
driver.
liked it.
Yeah, that is so nice. That
Yeah.
made my day. That definitely made my day. Absolutely. He's the perfect driving teacher. Good. Your question for me?
Your question for you is, what is something that in the past, when you were a kid, or not just when you were a kid, like in the past, you thought it was cool, and now you think it's not that cool anymore?
Something.
You know what I mean? Like
yes,
something you were idolatrando demasiado.
Yes. Well, definitely all the material things. All material. Having a big house. I don't want a big house in my life. Having a big house.
Okay.
Just because Juli asked me yesterday, it wasn't yesterday or 2 days ago, we went for a walk and we were looking at some big houses and he told me, look at that house, and I
didn't care.
but he said, wow, look at that big house. Don't tell me that you don't want to have a big house. Of course, Juli, who wants to have a Range Rover and a big house and be a football player. Poor boy. But of course, fair enough. But I was telling him I would only have that house if I had someone to clean it every single day and a lot of money, because I don't care about big houses. I don't know, it's a concept that I used to think a lot. Come on, how nice to have a big house and convenient and so many rooms, but no, I don't want that.
Yeah, one thing is, I don't know, maybe you could rent rooms.
Yes.
Yes.
But
that's another concept.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Nice, I loved your question. And today you prepared the question. You thought so.
What old person things do you do?
Mine.
You go.
I take naps as often as I can. The weekend, I try to take like a 2 hour, and I don't want anybody to disturb me. So that's such an old person's thing. And you?
I was thinking about it. What old person things do I do?
You can think about it and say it to the next SMT.
Yeah.
Okay. You can say it as a starter the next SMT. I don't know.
Think about it.
Unless you have it ready.
No,
Good. I am semi-old, so that's why I had it ready.
No, you're not.
Good. Bye, everybody. Have a lovely week.